Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching us from. We are the Digital Divas, and welcome to our broadcast. And my name is Jose, and this is my co-host Tina. We'd love to know where you're from. Let us know where you're from. Today is all about just ask us questions about the digital business working online. We're here to help you. We're here to guide you and to support you if you're interested in what we do. So we will be starting off today. We're talking about, let's see. Oh, yep. What were some of the biggest early roadblocks in our journey, and how did we push through it, as well as maybe roadblocks that we have today, right? So I'll let you go first, Tina, if you'd like to introduce yourself a little bit. And actually, I'm going to add one more thing. I just want to let everyone know that I am, my previous employment was digital, no, not digital, um, uh, medical device reprocessing technician. I worked in the healthcare field for 35 years. And now I am a digital business owner so that I had to expand my income so that I could reach all my dreams. So here we go. You're next, Tina.
Thank
Sorry to
you.
jump back
Hi,
in there.
everybody. Welcome to our broadcast today. Yeah, it was definitely something that I wanted to is to have, that extra income to expand, all the dream, to be able to
Mm.
fulfill all the dreams, right? To have that extra, to be able to do that. Currently, I'm still working full time. I'm a public servant, and I've been and done everything. I've been a building superintendent. I've had my own business before. I've worked in customer service and retail, administration, like you name it. But I've always worked with people, which is something that I can look very early on. Like my very first job, I think, was delivering newspapers. So I had to
Oh,
go door to
yes.
door, you know,
Yeah.
and talk to the people and collect, for the paper money. So I always had that going for me to be able to talk with people and have a conversation and just, provide customer service and whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, this is definitely, I'm working towards this digital business as a plan A. But currently, right now, I have to work on it when I have free time. And that's usually on breaks and after work and evenings and weekends and days off. And
Exactly. Exactly. You use your time wisely.
hmm
And that's what we have to do, right? So it doesn't all come all at once. This is not a get rich quick scheme. It is a business that I will provide you with a T4 slip. It has you have to work at it. You
yes.
have to organize yourself. And so yeah, for me, as far as roadblocks, I had them from the beginning.
Mm.
Really, when I first started the business, I had a retirement residence. I looked after seniors in my home, and I didn't want to I didn't want to be not be there for them. Um, well, first of all, we had to close down the business, so but we kept two other residents with us that were friends. We wanted to see them through you know, to look after them until they couldn't be with us anymore. And so um, I still had to go back to work for a little while, and that just broke my heart because I could see them struggling with their health, and I knew that things would get harder. And as a matter of fact, one of our gentlemen's, our friend Don, ended up sick, having to go to the hospital, and I couldn't get time off. We were so short staffed, and then I was lucky to be able to be at his bedside when he passed away. But then I thought to myself, "Oh, I don't want to go through this with my other friend. Like I have to be able to be at home where I want to look after her." And so yeah, that's why I one night, I was just listening to going through my news feed and saw an ad and thought, you know what? I'm just gonna check this out. I needed to find out more so that if I could just be at home, I could look after her. I could look after, the house and everything as well, right? Because when you're working full time, things become very, time is limited. And so, yeah, so I got more information. So that was one of my roadblocks in a sense. But also at the time, I was the food bank garden coordinator. We had a garden that we were growing vegetables for
Yes,
the food bank.
I remember that.
Huge, yeah,
Yeah,
huge garden. And so that was a lot of organizing and I mean from seed to harvest, right? So
yeah.
um and so I was trying to find someone that would replace me at this position to free up my time. So that was huge because it took me a while. It took me uh it, I mean I couldn't do everything, so I had to find somebody. It took me a good time, a long time to find somebody for that. And then we were deacon of care at our church, and again there to find somebody else that would
Busy,
jump into our position was not easy, right? And then we were looking after a gentleman in our community as well. So it was like, no, I gotta let go. Who can take this on? Who can take that on? Who can, so that I could concentrate on going through the training and getting involved in the online world. And that was then. Now, oh well, we sold a house, we bought a condo, we're renovating. So there's always going to be, I wouldn't call roadblocks, but definitely, mountains to climb. I don't at it as a big. So, like right now, I'm stuck in the corner of
for
my
lack
bed.
of a better analogy, there's always going to be road construction and,
Exactly, winter like
and
summer.
renovations and
I
renovations.
love that. Yeah, it's true though, eh?
Yeah.
Because after renovations, I'm sure there'll be something else. But you know what? Life is like that as well, right? When wasn't working on in the online world, there were roadblocks too. So
Yeah.
it's that's why I don't really like the word roadblocks. It's just, to me, there are opportunities to be able to just push through and get through whatever it is you're dealing with. If you have to spend a bit less time in your business, then you triage what you need to do,
Yeah,
and the rest has to wait, right?
definitely,
We are
definitely.
very, very, very lucky that we have so much information that's all recorded so that there's always replays, right? And so, how about you, Tina? Talk about your roadblocks.
Like you, the time management, because when I first joined, I had just acquired my public servant job as well. So it was like learning two new things at once. It was a lot. It was a big learning curve.
Mhm.
And but you know what? They kind of intertwine in a lot of ways where, I it's enhanced my skill set by being able to do both and learn different things because I can
True.
take things from my job and they're very transferable to the business and vice versa. I've made suggestions in the past and they didn't come from, you know, other knowledge. It came from knowledge I learned about in our business as a
Nice.
suggestion, that I brought forward in my workplace.
That's
So,
nice.
and, you know, I guess the other thing too was, just like everybody says, being on camera. I'm pretty extroverted for people that know me, but I can
Yes.
be introverted as well. I can be like reserved and shy. But it was just talking to no one. You felt like you were talking to no one. I still kind of feel that way sometimes, but when I get on screen and then I just, just start babbling, and then everything I want to say, the message that I want to convey, it eventually does come out, and I stick to
Yeah.
my bullet points, and that's the thing. If you see me
Yeah.
looking down at some notes, that's because I can't keep it all straight, right? Because there's so much
Yeah.
to say. There's so
Yeah.
many nuances that you can't convey in just a 10, 15
Mm,
minute conversation. There's a
that's right.
lot to
Yeah.
cover, right?
Yeah.
Thank goodness
For
for that
sure.
training, I'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
And the
talking
community.
about, yeah, exactly. Talking about footnotes, I've got a few myself. Got it here. So, actually, we want to mention that there are sales tools available.
Mhm.
There's a proven system that we follow. It's been around for 9 years. We're affiliated with a wonderful company that's just celebrating 51 years this year. They're
Yeah.
absolutely incredible. And as well as the training is a step-by-step training, and the we get mentors and coaches that help us along, and the community as well. So it's a win-win situation, which I have never worked in a at a job that provides this kind of support. So
Mhm.
as well, there's a multiple streams of income. There's more than one way of making income. And again, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It is a business where you have to actually show up. So,
You know what's
um,
great? Any one of us can tailor it to our needs.
absolutely. And
Yours
we
is
all
gonna
come
be
in.
totally different than mine, and then all of
Yes,
our other business partners that we collaborate with, theirs are all individual and unique to them, right? That's what's great
exactly.
about it. So if you foresee yourself doing something like this, reach out and
Hmm.
talk to us, and then you can, like, formulate your own plan, and build it your way, and
That's
have it
right.
function the way you need it to function in your life.
And I should add to my little list here is the benefit of having tax write-offs,
Mhm.
right? So if you're if you have a mortgage, then you get to write off the interest on your mortgage, the heat, a portion of the heat, a portion of the hydro, a portion of everything that you spend in the house, any repairs. So it does accumulate. You have a home-based business, which is a digital business, and you have lots of things that you can write off, which helps you at the end of the year. You don't pay as much taxes, so that's another huge bonus for me, anyway. Should be
Yeah.
for everyone. So anyway, um, have a quote here that I use every day, and that's from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die."
Yeah.
And so I've decided I'm not going to do that. I've worked a long time. I don't need to have to work for the rest of my life. So
That's right.
just yeah. Any last words, Tina?
Um, no, I think the only other roadblock that I encountered was, feeling confident at doing the advertising that is part of our training. Some people don't use it. Some people have not had to use it. Some people use it all the time. It's just another function of this business. But it's fun because that's where you get to create and that's where you get to bring out your personality and
Mm.
explain to everybody who you are, what you're all about, what this business is all about. And if it resonates with you, then you can reach out and send us a message, and we can definitely walk that journey with you.
Exactly. Thank you, Tina.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So if you have any questions, reach out to us. You've got your website there. Do I have my? I
Oh,
don't.
you were going to
I have
fix
my
it.
I was gonna just yeah, and I don't have it, but mine is www.cjpain.com. And yeah, reach out to us if you have any questions. Let us know how we can help you jump into the online world and move forward in life. Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.